It's August 13th, 2008. Here we are in Wuxi, China. To be more exact, we're in the Huishan New City Economic Development Area, which is close to Yangzhou, for those of you who are very familiar with Wuxi. Anyway, welcome to Wuxi Tony Update 158, Take 2. Now, again, Take 1 will be forever lost to history. It was going along very well, and then all of a sudden Tony had to soil his diapers, and that kind of made for a little bit, let's just say, a little bit too much gritty, realistic language, which I do not condone on this Wuxi Tony Update. I really don't think you need swearing to make your art good and gritty and realistic. Don't you agree with me, Tony? Don't you agree? Anyway, look at Tony's. He can twiddle his thumbs. He's a good boy. Oh yeah, what does his shirt say? Booyah! Booyah! Don't grab onto that, buddy. Go uh-oh. Say uh-oh, buddy. Uh-oh. Maybe not. Oh, he wants to play. Anyway, today, this Wednesday, was another hot August day in Wuxi. This morning at the bus stop, oh, I tell you, I was sweating like you wouldn't believe. And this guy came up in his car, stopped his car, sort of looked at me, and he offered me a ride to downtown Wuxi, 35 RMB. I appreciate his capitalistic zeal, and I mean, I understand he needs to make money with his car, pay for gas, because gas is becoming more expensive, but I just couldn't afford it. 5 RMB, I'd have been there, but 35 RMB, no, I might as well take the bus and save money. 5 RMB, well, if he's going downtown, he might as well pay, he can just have a little extra cash, and he's got someone to talk to, because I'm such brilliant company. Now, Tony, oh, jeez, sorry, that was Tony. Tony grabbed onto the handle of this. Tony, stop that. Tony's been a kind of troublesome boy, as you can tell. Look at him. He doesn't know. He knows no. He doesn't know what no means. He just ignores you. Now, what's he doing here? What are you doing here, buddy? Say, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, he's getting tired. It's time that he should go to sleep. The last 2 nights, normally when I get home about 10, he's asleep, but not these last few days. He's been up, and he's been whining. Now, what's he trying to do now? Let's just take a look. See, we're on our bed. We're in the main bedroom. Tony sleeps in between us. What are you trying to do? No, buddy. No, buddy. No, buddy. Come on. Get out of there. Get out of there. Come on. You want to play with Mom's camera? Tony. Play with Mommy's camera. Play with Mommy's camera. Up you go. Up you go. There you go. Now, he's already... Sorry, that's Mom's mobile phone. Anyway, he's already broken Mom's mobile phone. I let him play with mine, too, but I don't want him to do the same thing. Anyway, now you just see, he's got to have something to play with. Got to have something to play with. Now, the Olympics are going on in Wuxi, like in China, not in Wuxi, and I have to admit, I haven't been following them the last 2 days. I've been too busy. Chinese keep winning lots of medals. Canada hasn't been, and if you look at my blog entry, I've got a myriad of reasons why we haven't. Anyhow, as Tony plays with his phone, I'll show you some of my bedside reading. Arthur Schopenhauer. No, I'll show that last. Actually, I've been playing. Well, I'm reading the Confessions of St. Augustine. I don't know. It was a book I bought in in Shanghai, so just wanted to read it. Latin for the people. Anyway, why am I reading Latin in China? Well, I'm an English teacher. I really should be on top of my grammar. This is a good way. Latin does make you think about grammar, although, to be honest with you, the endings and declensions just a little bit too much work. And, of course, I am trying to learn Chinese, in fits and bounds, of course. This is Communicate in Chinese with Dashan. Apparently he's a ping pong player for the Canadian Olympic team. Anyway, It's a useful book as any of the books you'll find about China. And finally, I'm reading Arthur Schopenhauer, Essays and Aphorisms. This is a book I bought in Canada, oh my God, about 8-9 years ago. It was one of the books I brought with me. I probably brought about 40-50 books of Canada's, and I had probably over 1,000. Somehow this was weeded out to the keeper. So I do like reading it, and it does serve as a kind of counterpoint to Tony, don't touch the book, don't rip it. It does serve as a counterpoint to St. Augustine. Anyway, shows you I try to hang on both sides of the fence without straddling. I have my opinions. Now, come on. There you go. Now, what do you think of Arthur Schopenhauer? I always thought you were more of a Platonist myself, Tony. Okay. Now, what he's saying is he really does not agree with Arthur Schopenhauer's theory of will. Now, which book do you prefer, anyway? St. Augustine or Arthur Schopenhauer? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one do you prefer? Which one? Let's see. Oh! He's the St. Augustine man. Very conservative man to begin with. Anyway, can't play with it. No more playing with my books. Tony, don't. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Anyway, as you can see, he's found a new way of whining. Here, you want to play with the camera? You want to play with the camera? No? Oh, come on, Tony. It's your bedtime. It's your beddy-bye time. Oh, jeez, don't do there. You're a little bit too close to the bed, guy. You're going to roll over. You got to think what you're doing. Oh, I love you, guy, but come on. Come on, you can't play with my books. Can't play with my books. You can play with your books and you can wreck them, but I know you are with books. Anyhow. No, come on. No, come on, guy. No crying. Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. Oh, no. You can see I'm fighting him all the way. No, anyway. This is not Tony in his good light. He's been a whiny the last 2 or 3 days. The heat must be getting to him. The heat of August. Okay. Anyway, there's really not much else to say in this Wuxi Tony update, so I'll end it at that unless Tony has something remarkable to say in the next 2 seconds. 1001, 1002.